Hello and welcome to this plank pose tutorial. We are going to be looking at the correct alignment in a plank pose. So really start to connect into the core. We don't want to dump any weight into the lower back. You really want to press the floor away as well. Let's get started in a tabletop position. So from this tabletop position, you want to push the floor away. You want to create a spreading in between the shoulder blades. You want all 10 knuckles to be rooting down onto the earth, and you want to evenly spread the weight into the hands. And the forearms are moving towards each other, the shoulders are rolling away from the ears. And you've got a slight tuck of the tailbone here, so we can really start to engage into the core. It's taking a moment just to set up this strong tabletop position, and this is where the plank pose really begins. When you're ready, we'll tuck the right toes under and start to extend that right leg back behind you. Really firm up the thigh here. And then maybe start to extend that left leg back behind you, coming into your plank pose. What I commonly see a lot in a plank pose is that you think that when your hips are dropped down here, that this is a plank pose, but here we're really collapsing into the shoulders. It's almost in between a upward facing dog and a plank pose, but here you really want to have the hips in line with the heels. So we're creating a long line of energy from the crown of the head all the way through to the heels, and the hips are in line with the shoulders. Breathe. Another common thing that I see in a plank pose is that the hips like to hike up to the sky, so almost in between a downward facing dog and a plank pose. So drop the hips. You really want the arms to be straight and strong here, back of the legs straight. And we're firming up the thighs, and feel free to drop the knees down to the ground. This is still a strong plank pose. Or here, wherever you need to be. We don't want to dump any weight into the lower back, so you really want to tuck the tailbone under as well. And take one last moment. And then drop the knees to the floor and send the hips towards the heels. We'll come into a child's pose. And from here, just interlace the fingers, maybe just roll the wrists in one direction, roll, circle the wrists in the opposite direction. And take the forehead down to the earth. And slowly rising up to a kneeling position. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Namaste.